Welcome, everybody, to a brand new edition of Inside the PFL. I am your host, Drac, and I am joined by the quintessential co-host, Mike.
We're here. Snowpocalypse 2022.
Snowpocalypse for those
For some
East Coast
of us.
people. Yeah. Northeast people in the United States. So we have a lot of battles to cover this week.
Yeah, all of them.
Pretty much all of them except one, yeah. And almost all of them were... So this is essentially a repeat week of week 3, except for the Conference Cup battles. And all but one were a different result than the week 3 matchup. It's a week of revenge.
Yeah.
So without further ado...
It was the week of revenge as somebody who got revenged.
You got revenged on. Well...
Right.
That's great that you're primed to talk about it because your match is actually the first one. So, yourself against Lebo. I'm going to give that a play. So, Mike, he has a different team than last time, right?
Share your screen.
Oh, of course. Let me pause and get that screen shared up.
This is why we do it live, folks.
Yeah, this is why we occasionally have the editing going on. There we go. Now we're prepared to talk.
So he has a different team. You're right. I didn't expect 3 of these mons to come. I half did. I mean, I looked at them in Team Builder. I was like, I need moves for them. This was a really well fought game. Throughout the whole thing, the two of us just kind of went back and forth. I mean, it ended out in a +1. This throw dying here was huge for me. He circle throwed me into a very unfortunate position for him. It wasn't where he wanted to be.
Yeah.
He hits, I think I got a scald off or something.
Well, circle throw is an extremely deadly set just because, you're getting hazard spun all over the place. And yeah, Dragapult.
Right, but now Dragapult's in, and he's under 50% health, and I went, yeah, I can kill this. And this was a roll. I shit my pants when the first one only did 22, and then the next one did 24. I was like, oh, thank God. Bro, this Scizor put so much work in for him,
yeah,
dude.
Hear that, James?
It hit my team much harder than I was expecting. Yeah, James is wrong. Scizor's a great Pokemon. Shut up, James. But dude, this thing, I was full defensive Quagsire, and that thing just trucked me. Bro, that Scizor was the bane of my existence pretty much this whole game.
Yeah, dude, Scizor is really no joke.
Also,
I love
this
trick
on Metagross was specifically for this. I went, if I can trick Jellicent, I can shut it down, and then I did, and then I misplayed really hard with it being locked. Because I focused. We're not there yet.
We're not there yet, but yeah, in a little bit. I know the moment you're talking about. I mean, so far you both have been playing really well. You seem, you got your game plan going on. He explodes on you, which is great for him because
Bro, there was I typed this in the chat. There was a part of me was like, should I run Damp in case he does bring Galvanized Explosion? But I was like, no, I need to have Unaware in case he brings Salamence.
Yeah, that's one of those things that's so hard to justify. It's so hard to justify bringing Damp just to nip Golem in the bud when he's got 2 extremely deadly setup sweepers. You would want it for Nihilego, you would want Unaware for Nihilego, you'd want it for Salamence as well. So, and potentially even a Swords Dance Scizor.
Yeah.
So I can't really fault you for that.
Right. But it would have been memey as shit.
Oh yeah, it would have been great if that
also, I misplayed a little bit there with Electros. I focused on just killing Scizor, and I really should have slow pivoted, but it's okay. That Scizor really is what won Lebo this game. It was able to just chip me down and threaten me throughout the whole match. Like, I think Mandibuzz was full physical defensive too, and even that wasn't fucking with that Scizor. Like, was it banded? I don't even know what item it had.
Well, it switched moves, I believe. It went from knockoff into U-turn at one point. And I think this is the
moment... it had the Fire Berry, that's right.
Yeah, it had Akka. And this is the moment, I think, where you misplay. You go for a second D-Dance when you could have just killed Jellicent and been behind a sub at +1.
I didn't look at the remaining Mons on his team. I went, oh my god, if I'm +2, I'm faster than like every fucking Mon in this game, and nothing is living. And then I looked at the Mons on his team, and oh god, they all have priority. I really needed that substitute.
Sometimes you play a little bit ahead of yourself. You get really excited about that. You're able to make a threat, and then you forget about your opponent's threats.
Yes. I had definitely tunnel visioned really hard on the, oh my god, this is like the freest second game clinching D-Dance, and then I was like, oh wait, Bullet Punch and Ice Shard. And then from here, it was just me struggling, and Lebo just chipping me down.
Yeah, and you're a Mon up right now, but the Mons on Lebo's side of the field hit real hard. And
that Hex was huge. I did not know Nihilego got Hex.
Oh,
that
yeah.
blows my mind. I never knew that Nihilego got Hex.
The Mist Meteor Mash.
Yeah, that sucked.
I don't think that would have changed anything.
The only thing that would have happened, nothing would have happened there. So whatever, he would have came in with Mamo and been faster than me.
Right.
I think.
Or even brought in Nihilego, because at that point you're basically showing that you don't have have Bullet Punch.
Right.
And then Mamo happens.
The Rocky helmet there pretty much ended up securing me but now Mamo happens. I knew he won once. Like there was a point where I tell him good game and he's like, not yet. And I'm like, no dude, it's over. Like I can't beat this Mamo.
Yeah, because even if you had gotten off the stab foul playoff,
I thought it might have been scarfed.
Oh.
I was hoping it was either scarfed or banded, some kind of item lock, and that he was going to go for the Ice Shard, and then he had Icicle Crash on Mandibuzz, and I went, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that does kind of just end the game. Yeah. I think like the only out for you there was like 2 missed Icicle Crashes, because Foul Play definitely would not one-tap.
I didn't have Foul Play. It was U-turn, Roost, probably Brave Bird.
Brave Bird?
Oh, it was either Brave Bird or Wing Beat.
Huh, okay, well.
I forget why.
It happens.
Might have been in case he brought Tangela, because I thought Tangela was his only true answer around Quagsire. So that might have been my logic there.
Okay. You know what
we saw. I mean, sense. I knew that Grass Knot was gonna. I knew Grass Knot was gonna come from Nihilego, but besides that, I didn't think he. Yeah, and besides that, I didn't think he was going to have a true answer to Quags. But it was a good game. Lebo played really well. We were messaging before it because I had delayed the game, and he was like, "What? You really think I'm going to beat you?" I was like, "Yeah, dude, your team's a problem." Like,
that's Lebo's attitude.
He has a lot of hard-hitting priority mons.
Right, and that's kind of the death of Dragapult, really.
Yeah. Yeah, I kept Dragapult in a cage all season just so Bit couldn't have it.
Well, anyway, GG to Lebo. Very good game.
Yeah, great game, buddy. It was a good game.
Next match. We have Bic against M1. So we'll give that a play. So we didn't talk about
I am so
M1's
mad at
team.
M1 for winning this game.
You're mad at him?
Yes.
You're mad at him for winning, huh?
Okay, so I had the season fake planned out. I was like, okay, so Bic's going to get the win on M1 just because Bic is Bic. And then Bic's going to beat me, and then I'm going to fight for a fucking playoff spot like in the wild card. And then I was like, wait a second, M1 just lost. If I win this week, I can be a game up on Bic in case that does end up happening. And now my whole division's 3-3. But yeah, this game was amazing. M1 played like 7 leagues out of his league this week.
Yeah, M1. This is like probably the best I've seen M1 ever play. I mean, no offense to Bic, that Powerball miss kind of sucks early on, but M1 kind of just played out of his mind. And it's funny because he was sick when he played. Oh, he still is kind of sick when he was playing this game. So.
M1 should only be allowed to play if he's sick.
Yeah. He's gonna lick all the railings on public stairwells and stuff.
Can we talk about how he's Calm Minds our aura after getting walled by a physical acid armor on Jellicent? He's like, not again.
Nope, not again.
He didn't even have it. Oh, it was probably because of Steelix, honestly.
Oh,
and he was gonna Aura Sphere Steelix.
Because Steelix would laugh in the face of a close combat.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Damn. Just M1, just A+ playing.
It's like every single time he decides to either U-turn or hit a move on Torn or Mienshao, it's always turns out to be the right decision. Like here, he just U-turns on Escav instead of praying for the heat wave, you know?
Right. He was like, no, he's leaving. I have to leave too. And then the fake out damage, it's nothing, but it's damage.
Well, yeah, that's one of the big reasons, or one of the big weaknesses of Diancie is that if you can get it chipped, those big 150 in both defenses stop mattering. Because
right, it doesn't have any good recovery.
That turn
at
was
all.
hilarious.
That was hilarious.
When I was watching this, I was not expecting rocks.
I couldn't believe Bick did that. That was interesting. Dude, this whole game I'm watching like the replay and I'm like, M1, where were you? Where was this? What is
like this every week, please.
Oh man, and I remember we were talking about it last week, and we were like, man, like M1's team looks really good against Bick,
but Bick has the big tech.
Right, but Bick's gonna do Bick things.
Yeah, and M1 just managed to navigate it, perfectly.
I can't believe Bick left there. That blew my
you don't
mind.
want to tempt fate with the confusion. I understand it, and M1 didn't want to tempt fate either.
Right, but I was very surprised that he left. It was a good double though. The Rocky Helm sucks for M1, but now he can just U-turn the fuck out of here and ship Cosmo. Or just leave.
Yeah, you want to keep Mienshao close to full. Mienshao's pretty squishy otherwise.
No way that Necrozma is faster. It's Rocky Helm, bro.
But you take the Rocky Helmet and Life Orb damage.
And then you regen it all back.
Not all of it. You'd be at like 80 or
regardless.
So. Yeah, regardless. That's semantics.
It worked. Rest.
Dude, rest Rocky Helmet Necrozma. Whew.
I hate it.
That was a specific tech just to punish the pivoting, right? It has to be.
Probably.
Because
like, look at all this pivot. He's got Volt Switch. He's got U-turn. He's got U-turn.
Yeah, and hey, let's talk about that Toxic from Manectric that he threw out a couple turns ago.
Huge. Very useful for the Volt Absorb. Just, now you don't have, you're not getting health back. You're getting chipped.
Yeah. And, when I was talking about Mega Manectric, I was like, Toxic's a really solid move on it, because we were talking about
whether or not it's 100%.
Whether or not it's a good 120 or 160, back in the preseason chat.
Well, it was more based on this fact. I still think most electric types got hard nerfed when they lost it in Power Ace. Oh, but you're right. The cheeky Toxic is useful.
It's definitely a nerf, but I don't think it's as big as you might think.
Dude, I love that
good.
M1 is.
Oops. We keep interrupting each other. I was gonna say Bick got really good sleep talks this game.
He did. Bick also, I can't remember. I feel like there was some RNG that ended up rolling in M1's favor that kind of helped him here, but I mean, that's the game we play too.
Mm-hmm. I think it was pretty much just the Pyro Ball miss turn one. Other than that, I don't think much really mattered.
I think it was a roll on Torn, I bet. Because Torn at one point, it was earlier in this match, lived with 2% health. And when I was watching, I was like, I 100% bet that was a roll.
You mean the Sucker Punch?
Yeah.
Well, I remember we see the Sucker Punch does I want to say 38.
Oh yeah, the same interaction happens again where Torn lives with not a lot of health off the Sucker Punch.
Yeah, it's
right here.
It's here.
It's right now.
But he gets hit by Sucker Punch twice, and I think 38 was close to a max roll. Is what
it had to. Say. You know what? Because the same interaction.
Yeah, because this one did 33%, the other one did 38.
Okay. But M1, like a god.
He brought his A game.
He had to.
Mm-hmm.
He's now our whole division. I wonder if all four of us can make the playoffs.
Wow, that would be. I don't think it works out mathematically just because the amount of times you guys play each other.
Well, okay, so
maybe if all of you win your conference cup matches.
Right, so I play Bic once more, and Lebo will play M1 once more.
Okay.
And then I know that my next 2 weeks are conference cup games. So like,
okay.
I wonder.
So all of you can end up 5 and 4.
Right, I wonder theoretically if like all 4 of us can make playoffs.
That's hilarious, and yeah, it's the Mianshou show. Once anything faster than Mianshou died.
It is a solid Pokemon. Is it 120 or 100?
It's 100. Mianshou is really, really good, but I don't think it's one of those like super sexy 100s or 120s. It's like sort of the supporting actor a lot of the times, where it has so many good utility moves that it enables other really good mons to pop off.
Wait, are we talking about Conkeldurr or are we talking about Mianshou?
Mianshou.
I was kidding.
I know.
Manny is currently on the utility Conkeldurr, and you were like utility Mianshou. The same thing with Mianshou. I think there's just too many fighting types, and tier 3 is probably a good place for it. It did well. M1 played so fucking good. Just,
he really did.
Mwah. Get sick more often when you battle. No, that's a joke. Don't do that. I'm sorry, you're sick. That sucks.
Yeah, honestly, another big part of this game was getting out the rocks turn 1. That really put Bic on the back foot immediately.
Yeah, he didn't have a clear way to get rid of it, and Cinderace was only taking so much if he didn't have the boots. It's just not a fun time. And if he didn't have the boots, there or is taking chip he doesn't want to take. Yeah, again, M1 just start to finish. His team on paper, we said it is a team that can beat Bic, and it did.
Yeah, absolutely. So very, very good stuff. On to the next battle. We got Vangi against LCD. This was another really good game.
I did not watch every game this week. I watched a good portion of them. Breloom is a mon that is so rarely seen in this league. I'm so happy somebody has it.
Oh, Defiant.
Yes, love this. I did watch this game.
I wonder if LCD forgot about that.
I know I did. I 100% know I did. He actually hit me up to trade away Pass this week. I'm surprised with how good Passmisian has been doing for him.
Passmisian,
yes, I stuttered when I said it.
That chip on Feeny... Well, okay, never mind. Feeny's just dead. For some reason, I thought Feeny outsped Lando there. I guess I just remembered it wrong. But even if Feeny was speed crept for Lando, that would have been an amazing chip to get.
Right. Ugh. And then we just U-turn right out of here if we can. Oh no, he's just slamming it again.
Yeah, he's kind of tempting fate there, because if that was just a psychic, it was dead.
Yeah. I was very surprised. But now he does not want to be looking at this Weavile.
No, but he doesn't really have a good knockoff switch in. But hey, look at that. Maybe he does want to be in against Weavile.
Yeah, the Dark Berry, but no, Weavile doesn't die. I actually remember this because Weavile doesn't die. Yeah, okay. Nice Intimidate. You're still dead.
He's still dead, but he forces Weavile out. So something else is going to take chips. So I think that was a fine...
Did he force Weavile out?
Well, I mean, anything that's faster could just force him out. But he doesn't really have anything faster than Weavile, does he?
He needs Weavile for Superior. And Breloom.
Yeah, he does. I wonder if Breloom could have threatened Mach Punch there, because I highly doubt Ice Shard would have killed.
Can we talk about the Water Electric battle that's happening right now?
Lantern's another great 60-point mon.
I always want it, but like, I feel like it's not bulky enough. But then I'm watching it. But I mean, these are resisted Scalds. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Lantern.
I think it's just situational.
I really don't like my
RNG kind of screwed him.
Oh?
Which bout of RNG are we talking about? Maybe it happens later. I don't remember this being an RNG heavy game, but maybe it was. Maybe I just forgot something.
Oh yeah, this is his first loss this season, I think.
Vangi's? No.
No?
I think Vangi is also 3-3. I could be misremembering.
Somebody was 5-0 in our league. until this week.
You're thinking of Nigeria.
Oh, okay. It might just be because I saw the core of Pharaoh, Feeney, and Zardex, and I went, "Oh, Jesus Christ!"
That's a PCLL combo.
I hate it.
Because Murphy has a very similar combo in the PCLL right now, and
he does.
Oh, that spore is big.
That spore is huge.
Oh God, Breloom does so much damage.
It does.
It's unfortunate that it's kind of slow and kind of frail, but 130 attack,
especially that might be how RNG screwed him.
Yeah, if that gunk shot had hit, Rotom was probably in 2-tap range. Oh, actually,
they're at least not having a good time. Oh, okay, so that's RNG for RNG right now.
Fair's fair.
Right. RNG pays you back. Going to Lantern.
Yeah, and then Lantern just eats these all day.
So then why was he Volt Absorb Lantern? I wonder.
Just to block the pivot.
Oh, yeah,
you eat the Hydro Pumps anyway, and
yeah.
Instead of electric and like T-Volt Switch being neutral, he just absorbed them instead.
That's smart, okay.
Also, that heal bell was pretty smart as well.
Yeah, it was, because now Charizard's awake.
Ow.
Yeah, but now Charizard comes in for the freest of freeze.
Is it free, though? We'll see. That Willow is a little cheeky.
That Willow was interesting.
Well, it's especially interesting because Lantern is dead. And you can't really, bring him back from the sleep with the heal bell.
I mean,
if you were attempting to, if Vangi was attempting to just bait out the Spore and Willow first, maybe he could have just subbed. But maybe it's a 4-move syndrome kind of thing where you can't like sub D-Dance and then 2 moves because you don't have enough coverage for anything.
He could have killed Breloom there. I do not think Breloom is taking the tough cost Flare Blitz.
No, definitely not.
And like Zardex is definitely a mon that gets way too many goddamn moves. So like to slot Willow as one of your 4, very cheeky. Very cheeky. I mean, I get it. Breloom's like crippled, but like Breloom could have been dead. Maybe it didn't die. Maybe he ran that calc, and that was a very calculated thing. But
yeah, well, Breloom. Okay, yeah, Breloom has only taken damage from the Willow, so it could have been with the confidence that he threw out Spore. It could have just been a Focus Sash, and maybe that's what Vangi was worried about hitting Flare Blitz.
No, that could have been it too. I love the Aerial Ace on Ferrothorn though. That's kind of hilarious.
Yeah, it's especially hilarious when he's got Choppleberry and Bird. Yeah,
it was literally Ferrothorn. That Ferrothorn was specifically to fight Breloom.
Oh, absolutely, had to have been. Not that it really matters at that point in the game, just because Magmortar is
it's a garbage time TD. It's a you're stealing a plus at that point.
Yeah, that was a really interesting game.
It was.
I feel like they both played really well, and they both sort of intuitively figured out what the opponent's threat was at multiple points where we saw the Willow and Spore interaction. We saw Feeney get 2-hit comboed by Lando. So yeah, it was an interesting game.
I don't think there were many points this week in general where I was like, what the fuck is games?
Yeah. Everyone played really well, I think. Well, that does it for LCD and Vangi. GG to both of them. Congratulations to LCD, of course. Dan against Dave.
I definitely did not watch this game.
The RNG with the Scald and the Gunk Poison. Yeah, okay. I can see why. Let me pause just to respond to Vangi. Yeah, I can see why that is actually.
I don't know why I clicked Willow there. Okay, so yeah, because like my thought was, I feel like at that point he had like Superior, Magmortar, and Breloom, and maybe a possible 4th. Nothing is taking 2 Flare Blitzes out of those, or like the Flare Blitz followed by like the possible Earthquake. But no, besides that. But again, shit happens. I mean, you're in the moment. You're like, fuck, I can just cripple this bitch right now. Let's go.
Yeah, and very often games get decided that way, so it happens. Anyway, back to Dan and Dave. Dave,
there's my boy. That's my boy.
Your boy Registeel. With the amount of that Dave has been doing the strategy of like subplot on Gengar, I thought that was for sure a nasty plot or a sub for Registeel coming in and then just hitting Focus Blast or hitting Z Focus Blast or something to hit Registeel, but then he just gets punished with Sludge Wave. Unfortunate.
Registeel's my favorite fucking Pokemon in the Draft League ever.
Hey, look at that. Weakness policy, Registeel.
Excuse you?
You saw it.
What the fuck did I just watch?
You're gonna watch it eat this Guts CC from Ursaring.
Please hit rest here.
When I watched that, I was like, oh my god, if he hits rest there.
Oh, so we're not really gonna see it go off because, yeah, that's sad.
But Registeel took 2 Mons with it, so
that's true.
Good for him.
And one of them being Gengar is huge.
Right. Because Gengar is really the only check for Rabombi.
Oh god.
Oh yeah.
Girder just murdering Espeon. Oh, he probably thought the fighting move was coming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. I was thinking that was a pretty free knock as well. Also this crit that happens right here actually super duper mattered.
100%, because he was going to live with Multiscale and Dragonite flying move Earthquake. Oh my god, Dragonite could have possibly just turned the game around.
Yeah, for sure. Although I don't think it can break P2. That's the only thing.
Well, he probably could have got a second Dragon. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't think so. I think he would be forced to hit Wing Beat at that point. But
yeah,
that's neither here nor there because Dragonite got crit.
Right.
And then it's the Girder show.
The Girder show.
Joppleberry's cute, but Audino doesn't really have much to hit Girder back with. It gets non-stab D-Gleam.
Wow. 2 Mons hit the field for Dan and just won this game.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, 3 if you count Rabombi turn 1.
He was like, oops, misclick.
Yeah, that's how quickly a game can turn around. I think
that was insane. That was 13 turns.
Yeah, that was...
If you were to timestamp this, it would be like 2 minutes.
I can't wait to see the timestamps when I go and put those in post, because this is definitely going to be a short one to review.
Like, there's not much to say about that. If he hit rest there, it would have been even shorter because Registeel would have won the game himself.
Yeah, honestly, okay, looking at Dave's team, Dragonite was really the only answer to Girder. 40 points.
Why is Girder so good?
Girder, I think Girder is good because it gets slept on and it's so cheap. Like, you generally don't build your team around how do I answer Girder, you know?
Yeah.
But that does nothing to take away the fact that it just brutalized this very top-heavy team that Dave brought. Dragonite, Gengar, Espeon, Audino.
I'm going to take the time to answer chat here. First of all, I want play as in a sentence. Second of all, we're in the middle of a season where we draft 11 Pokemon and battle each other for, 10 regular season games, 10 weeks, and then the playoffs. So it's not like you can just jump in mid-season, but continue to watch. And we do end up letting people from chat join if we have opening.
Yes, everything Mike said is correct. If you want play, you can join our Discord. Actually,
I want play. No,
let me get the invite.
100% don't do, because that's how you get 12-year-olds in again.
You know what?
That
Fair
one
enough.
time.
Talk to one of the commissions. I don't know.
Yeah, keep following along.
Yeah, click that subscribe button. Actually, that's what you should do.
There you go. Subscribe for more content.
And join us on Tuesdays at 8 o'clock EST for live battles.
If any of us are available to do them.
Yeah, that's kind of a big caveat.
Bro, this has been the season of nobody doing their battles live.
Hey, it's busy. We're all getting older. We're all getting jobs.
Yeah, it's true. It's kind of funny. This season we were like, man, we should change the format for PFL because we have the live broadcasts, and now nobody's battling live.
Yeah, because it used to be the Monday Night Fun League, but now it's Tuesday.
Right.
Yeah, let's go to the next game. Got Jack against Jim. Another really great game by both of them.
I didn't watch this one either.
Ah, okay.
I'm excited.
Some Mawiles on the field.
Yep, about to do Mawile things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Jim. That was 100% a call out. Jack absolutely was like, all right, if I ever see this interaction, I know what's going to happen.
That was okay. He's going to substitute again.
Of course. I like how you called it out. Hey, you could have beaten Jim if you're making all these calls like this. I love
he's
focus
gonna hit the fighting move, and it's dead.
Yup.
Oh, the flame body burn. Okay, that's huge.
Yeah, the flame body burn is pretty nasty. It's 30%, just like Scald.
Okay.
And at that point, if you don't have a heal bell or something, I totally understand letting Mawile go there.
It's gone. It took out Heatran. You're good.
Yeah, and it can no longer break Amoonguss because Amoonguss had the Rocky Helmet, as we saw.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Finds the Psyche MZ. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, Frisk is forever good.
Yeah, also, he forgot Grassy Terrain.
Yes. What? Wait a second. Why? What?
He just forgot Grassy Terrain. There's nothing else to say.
Rip.
Overgrow. When you're at low health, grass moves do more.
Yeah. It's a hidden ability. I forgot about that. That's right.
Acrobatics doing next to nothing. Fortress is so big.
Right, well, it's also because he didn't get the proc his defense berry.
Yeah, that's true.
Loud noises. Love it.
Noivern does get Boom Burst.
Bro, just frisking everything.
Yeah, as if it was a mystery that Noivern would have the heavy-duty boots.
Specs Noivern is a very viable kit.
Oh, no, for sure. Dan tricked Specs onto my Snorlax week 1.
Yeah. And even without trick, just because Noivern's special attack is like such a weird number where sometimes it needs the specs. I don't know, man. Knowing the item, regardless if it's like an almost obvious item, is still useful.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
That special D drop is huge. That threatens Wigglytuff much more now.
Yeah, let's just talk about how Wigglytuff is walling the hell out of Jack right now. And if it wasn't for the Z Psychic from Uxie that we'll see coming up, this Wigglytuff would have been a real problem because the only Steel type is gone for Jack.
Yeah.
And is there no Protect on Wigglytuff? I don't think there is.
I was really surprised. Maybe he was trying to game it like he didn't want to. I don't know. I don't know what the hell his thought process was there, honestly.
He probably just forgot that he had frisked the Z Crystal.
Oh, that could be it.
Because I forget about items that the opponent has all the time. I'll like sometimes run a calc against like a Megamon and be like, oh well, what if it has Life Orb? And like, oh wait, hang on a second.
I'm not that bad. It's mostly like I'll forget like leftover. I'll think Mons have 2 items a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that's mostly while watching them. In the game, if I find the item, I don't have a bring it. But I also have a big problem where I always assume that something is an item. It's never what I think it is.
You assume worst case scenario and not like, okay, let's think about what he would run.
Right. I just go, this is probably this because it would screw my team. It's just so much substitute from him this week.
Mm-hmm. And there's the berry from Rillaboom.
I'm very confused about that too. Why is he running the berry that only pops when your health is low?
Because he had the subset, and he was probably anticipating subbing down low and just being able to regen quite a bit of it back with Grassy Terrain.
I don't know how I feel about that play, honestly. Especially when you get access to Swords Dance and the defense berry, just do that.
Well, it works out for him in this case because he forgot the berry or the grassy seed.
Yeah, the Grassy Terrain and everything, right? Okay. I did watch this game because he rapid spins so many times and still isn't faster than Rillaboom.
Well, Fortress is like 20 speed or something.
Yeah, it's not a fast mon, but still, I kind of laughed. I kind of figured at some point it would get faster.
Yeah, and Rillaboom just cleans up.
Yeah.
Once you broke Fortress, there was nothing. I guess the only different thing Jim could have done was send in Amoonguss to kill with the helmet immediately, but even then, I think Uxie just cleans up.
Wait a second. Was Rillaboom faster than Jim's? First of all, he should have done that earlier. Second of all, was he faster than his whole team?
Rillaboom speed tied with Kamo-O.
Wow. Okay. I'm very surprised Jim just didn't go right into whatever Mon was carrying the Rocky helmet and just 1-for-1 there and try and salvage his game, because he still had like 3 Mons where he could have done that.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess Jim just thought Kamo would be faster.
Because, like, at the same time, after he gets rid of Rillaboom, what's his Rocky Helmet boy doing? Like, all those Mons are special.
A misplay in the moment. Maybe Jim had just figured he had already lost because Acrobatics hits everything on the team, so he's like...
That could have been it, too. Definitely one of those, man, I wish I knew that this was going to kill things, and you're just, I've been there, 100%.
Yeah, it happens. Like I said, even if Amoonguss had come in, I think Uxie just wins anyway. So it more gave Rillaboom extra kills for King of the Kill. So maybe Jim was giving Jack a layup there. Anyway, congratulations on Jack. Solid +3 for the Conference Cup. On to the next battle. The brother battle. Kyle against Tristan. Dude, this was a great game. Did you watch this?
No, I do love Infernape, though. I actually tried to get it off Tristan, and he won't give it to me. He's like, no, Infernape's kind of carrying my team. That Mon shouldn't be 120, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what the commissioners were thinking.
Shouldn't be 120.
But here we are.
He's very versatile.
Honestly, kind of shocked he lived.
Oh boy. Well, Kyle didn't want to be here right now.
No. Weezing.
I'm very surprised by that play too. I mean, Weezing was dead in the water.
Yeah, Weezing was dead. It really only checks Gyarados at that point, and he still has like Zapdos and Faster Zam.
And that was
Altaria.
The special attack circuitry, right?
Yeah, well, Circuitry doesn't really often run physical because it has 183 special attack.
No. The Beast Boost, he didn't make it so that his speed would go up.
I don't know if you can realistically do that with Circuitry.
Probably outside of like running a Scarf. And even then it doesn't matter.
Even then the Scarf applies after.
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah. Kyle gets very unlucky with these fire spins.
He really does, but are you really trying to... Oh, it's probably Perish Song to trap it and just...
Yep. That's exactly what it is. Because how else does anybody get around these tanks without like a Perish Trap kind of set? We saw Jack do it the previous week with Taunt on Noivern, and he just spammed Taunt whenever the tanks were coming in to check it.
Oh boy, Gyarados does not want to be here.
No.
Zapdos does really well against Tristan's team, actually. Damn.
It's 200 for a reason. Zapdos is an incredibly good Mon. It's such a good physical check, too, because anytime a Mon like Gyarados would want to... Let's say it already had a D-Dance, and if it wants to Waterfall or something, or Liquidation, it then has to worry about, oh, am I going to get staticked?
Oh, boy. Okay. This bitch is dying now. Maybe.
Possibly. It's up in the air. We'll see if he dies. I mean, spoiler alert, I already know.
Set. Damn.
And look at just how tanky this is.
Yeah, Altaria is just eating hits. Like 20-some% from that Poltergeist.
Yep. And
Dusclops doesn't have the highest attack, though.
No. It's no Dusk Noir.
Right, and that's definitely like 100% if you're running a trapping kit. Like, that's a bulky Altaria. So that kind of doesn't amaze me that it's just kind of giggling at these moves. And
it does natural cure, so these toxics really don't matter.
Waste, right. I mean, at that point, what are you going to hit? Like, the Poltergeists aren't doing anything. You're going to die in 2 turns. Like,
yeah, at least try to get some chip as you're going out.
Right.
But this set is a little RNG just because these trapping moves last either 4 or 5 turns. And when you hit Perish Song,
to last 4.
You need to toss 5 turns.
Oh.
Yeah. Wait, actually,
He just left.
He did just leave. And Fire Spin was still on him. So I guess Tristan just knew that it was that was an interesting interaction.
We're about to see it again.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious how Dusclops was able to, well, how Tristan was able to click a different mon on Dusclops.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Because I would have thought that Showdown UI would have prevented that. I had just, when I watched it live, I just assumed the fire spin had lapsed already, and Kyle got the low roll on that.
This Dusclops is also just eating hits, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna click normal speed because...
Is this a long-in? As most Tristan games are with his team?
Yeah. And we're gonna see Kyle try to meticulously get Altaria in and trap some things. Which is no fault of his. He kind of has to play that way.
Oh god, this Toxic is killing him on T-Tar too. Oh.
Hey, policy though.
Oh boy, Andy D-danced twice. Well, no, this is Protect, yeah. Mm-hmm. Does he dance again? Oh, he danced again. Something's dying. Something's dying.
You sure? I like the double Protect. That's what you gotta go for.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Dude, Mola.
Are you?
Mola's good mon, dude.
Bro, he was like 3D dances in a weakness policy?
Mm-hmm.
That's
165 HP and 80 defense for you.
I am tilted. That's definitely Scarf Infernate.
Oh, because it just U-turned on Zam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It very absolutely. Confidently came in on Zam.
And Kyle's like, no, you're not tricking me. I mean, the Hurricane on Altaria missing is whatever. I like that follow-up Fire Spin calling Circuitry coming in because that Fire Spin just eliminates it.
Yeah, it gets Circuitry off the board. I mean, but you can get as many of these mons off the board as you want. You're starting to lose, boys, and Altaria and Dusclops are still staring you the fuck in the face.
Yeah, Altaria is just a nightmare. Is Altaria really 40 points still?
Yes.
What are we doing?
It belongs there.
I don't know. Bulky Altaria
he just didn't have him on to hit it super effective, bro. Look at his team.
That's true. There
no
ice
not
beam,
a single
no
ice
punch,
move.
No ice fang.
No, yeah, he didn't have a single move.
No Dragonmon, no Fairymon. Zerk could have had Dazzling Gleam. I think that's about it.
Fantastic. Altaria did what it should when it was in the phase of nothing that can hit it really hard. Like, it resists both of Infernape's stabs.
Good. Throwing out the Toxic, calling that Altaria is leaving because it's the last turn of Perish song. So, you know, that's a good play by Tristan, although he's kind of just waiting out the rest of the game at this point because we saw Infernape can't kill Altaria.
This is awful to watch. This is fucking awful.
And let's just extend the game a little bit by making a Fire Spin miss occasionally. I think Kyle hit... How many has he hit? He has hit 12 Fire Spins, and 4 of them have missed. Which, at 85% accuracy, honestly, that's only a little bit below average.
Oh, there we go. He finally trick-locked it. You could have done that so much earlier and you didn't?
Well, he really didn't
Excuse me?
No, he never really was in the matchup of Dusclops v PZ, so...
But he was in the matchup of Dusclops spamming Poltergeist.
Well,
Bro.
he was trapped at that point.
He could have left. Kyle wasn't trapped.
True, but I mean...
I'm so upset. We could have fucking made progress turns ago.
No, I understand what Kyle was going for there. Playing it slowly. Because, okay, let's say PZ switches hard into the Poltergeist on Dusclops. Now you're potentially just giving up momentum for maybe no reason. Because at that point, maybe Mega Gyarados comes in, maybe like Torn comes in, and you could potentially like lock yourself into Trick. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I don't see Mega Gyarados coming into PZ because it has way too many coverage moves, and you don't want to switch Mega Gyarados in on something.
Right. No, but I mean from Kyle's point of view, when you're thinking about like what's the right play.
So in 10 turns it went from this is awful to this is over, and it was because PZ finally hit the field.
Yeah, because PZ tricked something onto Dusclops. And also, at that point, everything else was low, so Kyle wasn't concerned about something else coming into the Shadow Wall, because it was just going to die.
Right. Good game by Kyle. Man,
yeah, very well played.
Everything went very well for Mitch this week.
Oh, yeah, okay. I know what you're saying. We will get to the standings at some point. But yeah, well played to Kyle.
Very well played.
That's the kind of performance we kind of expect from the Zapdos T-Tar combo.
Man, it was boring to watch, but I get it, I guess. I still think PZ should have hit the field much earlier, but hey, you won.
He won. Can't fault him. And he got the maximum plus out of it as well, because I don't think he could have really done much to save T-Tar and Weezing the way things went.
Yeah, probably not.
On to the next battle. Siege against Dylan. This is a quick game. This is going to be a far cry from the game we just watched. This is a lot of like Unga Bunga Caveman Pokemon where you just hit what's in front of you.
Unga Bunga Caveman Pokemon. Wait a second.
Yeah? You forget about Zoroark?
Yeah. Yes, I did. I was like, why did T-Wave not work?
Well, yeah, Zoroark is why. And then he just let Zoroark go.
Yeah, he could have very easily went into like Magneton there. Oh no, that could have been a Heat Wave. No, I don't know.
Yeah, like I said, this is a lot of hit what's in front of you. You'll see, this game does not last very long. I like that. Hey, I like that Willow.
Yeah, Kecleon is even more useless than normal now.
I will not have you disrespecting Kecleon.
Sometimes I say outlandish things just to see the reaction.
Kecleon rules, alright? Even though he kind of just gets dumpstered on this game. Protean is such a good ability, and it gets the highest def for a very nice Assault Vest kit. But then, you know, it gets burned and your opponent has screens and you just get really sad.
It just hangs out.
Yeah, they're just hanging out with each other. I'm surprised that there was no attempt at switching there, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
But
now I see what you mean by Unga Bunga Caveman Pokemon.
This is how we all played Pokemon as a kid, where it's just like, okay, this mon's on the field, I click button.
Yep. Okay, we have a pivot.
Mm-hmm. Not fearing the Scarf, because Mega Pidgeot is naturally faster than Scarf base 60. And
is not.
Hmm?
Is not, you said, isn't. Right?
Mega Pidgeot is faster than base 60 Scarf.
Okay. Okay. Oh. Rip.
Okay, so coming up, Foul Play. I guarantee Siege thought Foul Play was going to double on Mega Cham's Pure Power. That is not the way it works. Okay, Z Crystal.
Who gets Foul Play?
Well, Mesprit just hit it.
Yeah, it's Psyshock, bro.
Oh, I thought it hit Foul Play. Okay. I think I saw the animation and then... Okay, never mind. Disregard what I said. I don't know why I thought it was Foul Play.
I was looking at his team. I was like, where is the Foul Play?
I mislooked. I missed what happened.
I know that Siege wins this, but like... Oh, okay.
Yep. Unga Bunga Caveman hit what's in front of you. In my eyes, that was an easy Magnezone.
Easy Magnezone. Possible Mystical Fire, but like... Okay, possible Mystical Fire, that's what he was worried of.
But you're not hitting Mystical Fire against Tentacruel.
You are if you think Magnezone's coming in. But you're right, she just hit the mon that was in front of him. Like, I probably would have hit Mystical Fire there, not gonna front.
I'm surprised Tangrowth lived that. That leech seed sucks.
Okay,
but hey,
paid back.
Yeah. RNG for RNG.
A lot of that this week.
I like the side shot coming in because Magnezone's low enough that, you know, it would kill.
And he was doing it in case Metachan decided to get cheeky.
Right, right.
You know, this game is still not in a good position for Siege because Meta Jam.
Well, here's the thing. Bullet Punch isn't going to kill
Oh.
Pidgeot.
I wonder... Oh, yeah, and he couldn't, like, switch and fake out. Yeah.
Right, because then... because then Mesprit just comes in on the fake out if he had the fake out Bullet Punch set.
Damn.
Yeah, 24 turns. A lot of just hitting what's in front of you. And honestly, that's what Pokemon's all about.
Yeah, sometimes that's what you have to... That's how you win games sometimes. Is you just hit them Pokemon. Won many a game by doing it.
Well, very, very well played to Siege. I like Siege's hyper offense explosive team going off like this. Especially against a team where you have like Tentacruel and Tangrowth side by side.
I mean, Mega Pidgeot is doing... I love Mega Pidgeot and I never take it. I am so happy that Siege is just... He's done work with it every week, I feel.
Yeah, it feels like every week he's found really good positions to just pivot Mega Pidgeot in, and it's like, hey, take this Hurricane. Take this No Guard Hurricane.
Are people just not putting rocks up? Is that what's happening here?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's a lot of what's happening. Not a lot of rocks hitting the field against Siege.
Spoilers, guys. maybe they are, and I just don't remember because, you know...
Because he loses those games when people get rocks up.
Might not even be that. It's just, you know, fucking 13 seasons. It all blends together. I'm not going to remember games.
Yeah, fair. Well, we've got one game left, and it's my game, and the game I get to give myself the thumbnail for.
Do we not get to talk about Mitch and James?
They happened live. The recording happened.
I didn't know there was a recording for that.
Yeah, Joe and Mario recorded.
I was so excited. I had so many quips.
Oh, best laid plans.
Damn.
So I remember you saying that Raikou was going to be a problem for me, and I was actually pretty happy to see it turn 1 when I led with Sableye, just because I knew that if Sableye got off the Willow before if it was the sub Calm Mind set, then Sableye would be good, and if it was a different set, then I would still be fine. So it kind of worked out perfectly for me that Raikou hit the field turn 1. Yep, knockoff.
Ooh, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, dude, stab knockoff, even with 85 attack and no investment, did a lot. That crit super duper mattered.
Yeah?
It absolutely mattered, because I calced whether or not I could live that +2. But, I mean, hey, Swellow just comes in. Yeah, Registeel's got big Spit F.
Regice, but yeah.
Oh, Registeel does too.
Yes, it does, but Regice has more.
Yeah, 200. Ooh. Regice is deceptively tanky. It just has awful typing.
Deceptively?
I mean, you don't expect...
What is deceptive about 200 base special defense?
I mean, it's... whatever. Maybe deceptively wasn't the right word. But Regice is very tanky for having such crappy typing. Mono Ice. And I believe this was a Specs Regice, hence why it's taking the damage when it's switching in. I didn't run a calc, but I imagine that's what it is, because I don't think it ever switches moves when it hits the field. Because when Cobalion came in and took the Ice Beam, I just left. But now it's the Manaphy show.
Oh, I do remember this, because Manaphy. Hydration, yep.
Hydration Rest is such a... good set.
And he just can't, yeah. But to be fair, that was really your only way of beating Raikou, was getting a special defense mon that can just...
Yeah. Live. I sort of knew that in the team builder that if I could get off a Calm Mind and not in the 1v1 against Raikou, that Manaphy could win that.
Right. You needed to have the +1 and then Raikou.
And Nigeria kind of... Not to say that he was playing badly, because he's already in a pretty bad situation right here. He sort of like hastens to demise by the switching, because I get off a lot of free Calm Minds.
In Rock's Chip.
Yeah, in Rock's Chip. Also, the reason I hit Rain Dance here instead of Surf was in case he was throwing out a Sleep Powder.
Oh, I did not question it at all. Listen, having Rain Dance up when you have Hydration is good at all times. Because now you can't be crippled, and those Surfs are going to do even more damage.
Right. But I'm just saying what I was thinking at the time.
Oh yeah, there was no doubt in my mind as to you hitting Rain Dance there. You were in such a good spot with your special defense where Vileplume wasn't going to kill you, even with a crit.
Right. And I knew Vileplume couldn't really touch Manaphy. I didn't run a calc, but I knew that based on the calcs I'd run against Raikou, that Manaphy was good against Vileplume.
Right.
Okay, so I hit the Calm Mind there just to waste a turn so I could get Rain back up without something else. I kind of figured
that too. I remember watching this game, and I was like, yeah, a lot of this makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can get the Rain up.
Yeah, and with Raikou taking 2 ticks of burn damage, I just hit rest here.
Yeah, why not? It dies
exactly.
on its own. It's not gonna. The crit was the only thing you were afraid of there.
Right. I mean, he had crit me twice already.
But crit probably would have killed you.
Oh yeah, for sure, the crit would have killed. But I mean, when you're at +4 Spit F, you're not thinking like, oh, what if he gets the 1 in 24 crit and that's his only way around Manaphy? Like,
Dave's over there like, and then I happen and I lose with my Dragonite. That was looking in a nice spot. But yeah, no, this is just Manaphy doing Manaphy things.
I'm really liking Manaphy so far. Manaphy went off last week against Dan. It won me the game against Nigeria because I was not super confident going into this match. I knew that Manaphy was the win con.
And Manaphy being your win con when you're looking at a Raikou is very scary.
Right, exactly. That's why
it has to go right for you.
Mm-hmm. That's why I was kind of fortunate with the way the turn 1 happened, where I was able to burn Raikou.
Yeah, and ship hexes. It too.
Yeah, get off those hexes, knock off the leftovers, really put it on a timer early.
What was your item on Manaphy again?
Leftovers.
Leftovers, okay, yeah, we're seeing it go off every turn.
Yep.
Like if you were the electric berry too, ooh wee. That would have Raikou would have been fucked.
I was debating the electric berry, but I figured leftovers would just give me more HP.
Yeah, the overall utility instead of the one time if Raikou decides to come in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, Manaphy just does it.
Yeah, he did it. He did the thing.
So yeah, Nigeria, there's no longer an undefeated person in the PFL.
Hey.
You did miss your match, Lebo. Your match was the first one we covered.
Yeah, it was our match. No. Yes. Yeah, yes. It was our match.
Was your match against Mike. So that does it for our battles. Covering 9 of the 10
battles. I talked about how much you sucked and how much you got lucky. No, I'm kidding. I talked about how it was a really good game.
You know, we have been seeing the quality of games increase on average as
Mitch didn't play this week.
Mitch did not play this week, so that automatically brings the average up. That's true.
And M1 played like a god. So
yeah, M1 played at like the very tip of the bell curve in his match.
Yeah. M1 ate his goddamn Wheaties.
Well then, let's go on to the next part of our podcast, whatever you want to call it. It's the standings. Hey.
This is hilarious. I love the standings right now.
So, Hitmonchan division, 3-3s across the board. You got the big plus. You're on top.
I gotta pull it up because I'm not looking at I can't see it on your screen.
Oh, okay. Actually, let me bring that over. There you go. You see it now?
I can. There we go.
All right. Sick. I'm rearranging some windows. Sorry.
Yep. No, you're good.
Okay.
Kind of love it. Hitmonchan is the best division right now.
Everybody's 3-3. You love to see divisions like this. Now, you were saying there's a potential for everybody in your division to get a wildcard spot. And there really is.
I'm highly curious if, like, I think it is statistically possible. I just don't think it's going to happen. With all the 4 and 2s that exist, like...
It would be very hard for all of you to get into playoffs. You'd all have to win out, basically.
And the 4 and 2s would have to start losing.
Yeah, the 4 and 2s would have to start losing. You'd all have to win out. And you'd need other 3 and 3s to drop games as well, like Jack and Sheej, Manny, James.
Yeah. I didn't know there were that many 4 and 2s, honestly. Because they're the ones gunning for those wild card spots right now.
Mm-hmm. I mean, mathematically it's possible, but
yeah,
it's one of the very unlikely outcomes.
Right.
Now, in the Hitmon lead division, Jim's standing at the top, 4 and 2 plus 15. James, 3 and 3 plus 8. They both actually lost their conference cut matches this week. So if James had beaten Mario / Mitch this week, he could have taken the top if he had gotten. Actually, no. Plus 15, he couldn't have overcame that. Never mind.
But I fully believe that James could have plus 6'd Mitch.
Oh, I fully believe that too.
100%.
We got some drama in the Polyrath division. 2 people tied for the top seed. Vangi and LCD, both 4 and 2 plus 13.
Yeah, Manny's not too far behind at that 3 and 3 plus 6. He can, if some things go bad, he can somehow take the division? Question mark.
That's looking very unlikely.
Highly unlikely. Not arguing.
Manny is kind of on the ropes for a playoff spot. He's got the same record as M1. They're both tied for the worst of the 3 and 3s. I believe Hunter is mathematically eliminated. Maybe not, just because we allow 11 people in. So a 4 and 5 could theoretically get in, even though it's very hard.
Dave is here to play Runer, specifically for me.
I mean, he can play Runer for me too. If I think I
you
fight
have him as well?
I have him week 10, I believe.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you fought him twice already.
So, no, I've only fought Dave once. Speaking of the prelim division, Nigeria 5 and 1 plus 23, huge plus. God damn.
Yeah, but that plus 5 that you just got didn't like guarantee you a spot, but it definitely made it so you can somehow possibly take Breloom if the stars align.
Right. Yeah. If Nigeria loses 2 of the next games and I win out, I will guarantee to have the top spot. Or if Nigeria drops 1 game and I just win all of mine with big pluses, I could take it.
Right.
It definitely makes it possible.
Plus 5 definitely kept you in it.
Dan has got a tough road ahead if he wants to make playoffs. Dave, I think, actually is mathematically eliminated, unfortunately.
I like how Mario's at the top of the Primate division.
Mario is at the top of the Primate division. Mario with the 4 and 2 plus 12 record. Tristan only a single plus behind.
Only a single plus.
But I mean, hey, Jack and Sheej are hot on their feet. There's still more matches between their division to happen, so Jack and Sheej can definitely pull some upsets.
Yeah, it's the whole league is pretty close right now for the most part. There's a couple people who are not having good times, but like Hunter, I really don't see Hunter making playoffs.
Yeah, it would be very unlikely, I think.
I don't see Kyle or Dylan making playoffs with 2 and 4, or Dan.
Yeah, Dave, I think, is actually just eliminated. Dave, sorry. But yeah, that does it for the standings. Still very contentious among all the people that are 3 and 3 up. It absolutely could go anyway. All the divisions are up for grabs. It's like, seriously. And all the wildcard spots are up for grabs. So then, let's look at King of the Kill. Serp and Mega Pidgeot. We were talking about Mega Pidgeot doing work. They're tied for first.
I'm so happy. I love Mega Pidgeot.
Then tied for third, we got Feeny and Arctozolt. Good on Mario getting some Arctozolt kills this week.
He's doing a good job piloting that Hail team.
Then, 4-way tie for fifth at 9 kills, Raikou, Mega Medicham, and 2 new boys to the King of the Kill, Rillaboom and Manaphy. 9 kills. And me and Jack have each only had Manaphy and Rillaboom for 2 weeks.
Damn.
Putting up numbers.
Rillaboom's one of those mons, right? When I had it, I also had it for 200. It's probably definitely worth the 160.
Yeah, I think Rillaboom is a fair 160, even though it's still very, very good.
Yeah.
And then, amongst a bunch of mons that are with 8 kills, we got Salamence and Greninja.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think Dragapult has like 7.
And we have a very close King of the Kill. Like, if I get another, Calm Mind Manaphy sweep off, Manaphy could be number 1 next week. I mean, same goes for like literally any of these
there.
mons. I did hear you take a drink, yes.
Yes, you got to hear that. I'm thirsty. But no, yeah, the King of the Kill is very close. There's nobody taking it.
I took a drink as well.
I see your drink and take one drink myself.
Let's look at the playoff picture, why don't we? First playoff picture week we got going on, because we got all these contentious standings going on. So obviously, the 1 through 5 seed are the division leaders. Nigeria, Jim, Vangi, Mario, and you, Mike.
Can't believe I'm there.
Hey, keep winning. Keep getting good pluses. You'll stay there.
It's true me fashion where I have to pretty much win every game to make playoffs.
Meanwhile, the wildcard spots, I am at the leading the wildcards. That does not make me safe whatsoever because, I mean, if I just drop 3 games, then I'm 4 and 5 and probably out, so...
Yeah, 4 and 2 is still good though. Like,
yeah,
I'm 4 and 2s are in a good spot.
Yeah, despite dropping 2 games, I'm happy to have such a good plus.
Yeah.
Yeah. LCD, Tristan, Bick, Lebo, and Jack are the remaining wild cards with the current standings.
Being a 3 and 3 is dangerous. 3 and 3s are gonna have a hard time getting into playoffs. 4 and 2s are in a really good spot, all of them, especially with how many 4 and 2s there are.
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 4 and 2s.
It's a lot. Out of the 11 playoff spots, like 6 of them are pretty much like almost set. Yeah.
All right, before we get into the commish picks and the predictions, let's look at trades and pickups. We have 1 trade and pickup this week. James has dropped Aegislash for Celesteela.
Love it. After losing to Swords Dance Gligar, he's like, I'm not getting beat by a ground move again.
Yeah, I think that's something we brought up on the pre-season team breakdown.
That he was really weak to ground.
Yeah, his team was fairly weak to ground. But now Celesteela is about as solid of a ground switching as you get.
Right.
Articuno's a little less reliable just because so many mons with Earthquake also get Stone Edge.
Yeah, but that's RNG too.
Yeah, but I like this. I like this a lot because those special coverage moves that hit Celesteela hard, like Overheat, Thunderbolt, those types of moves, G-Slowking is just the perfect switch-in for them.
Yeah.
Big ol' AV boy with Regenerator.
The only thing I'm worried about is Aegislash was doing a lot of offensive work for James.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see if... I mean, I'm not saying that Steela can't. I'm just saying I feel like Aegislash is better at it.
Yeah. Well, hey, weakness policy Celesteela can
No,
absolutely
I'm not saying
go
that
off.
Steela can. I'm not saying that it can't in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying I feel like Aegislash is definitely better for it. So
I think I agree.
We'll see if he can make his team still be as offensive and scary as it's been, even though I still don't think it has... I think it's the weakest team in the draft.
Well, I mean, we'll see how it pans out. I do kind of like Aegislash as well, just because you have the ghost coverage,
right.
A solid fighting switch in, and it's just so deadly with the King's Shield set. I mean, he hasn't really been running that, but
yeah, he can run so many sets. You can run him physical, you can run him special, you can run him defensive. Like he's wild.
Now there was 1 trade and pickup we did not cover last week. It was M1's. M1 made some big changes. He dropped
oh yeah, he did.
Zarude. Who else did he drop? He dropped Gorgeist. I'm trying to remember because I don't have the other card to
Let's see, because I laughed because I was so pissed that he had Zarude because it just trucked my team, and then soon as he was done battling me, he got rid of it. M1 got rid of Araquanid, Zarude, Aggron, and Gorgeist. He picked up Serena, Steelix, Dusknoir, and Umbreon, and as we saw, loved those changes for him.
Yeah, for sure. Having a solid Steel type and Ground type in Steelix is so good for his team, I think. Because Steelix is just such a great rocker, and before his only real rocker was Aggron, and it's a little hard to justify the rocks on Aggron just because I don't know, I don't feel like it doesn't fit that defensive role very well just because it has so many weaknesses.
Right. Mega Aggron is better.
Yeah, I think Mega Aggron's the more reliable rocker. But hey, he's got a Wish Passer now on top of his insane Regenerator Pivot Core. So that's great.
I like the changes M1 made.
Yeah, he picked up a ground type as well, so he's not gonna get Volt Switched on. Like, because I think that's basically what happened in his first match against Bic. Bic just spammed Volt Switch on Zarude. Or not Zarude, Zeraora.
Mm-hmm.
And M1 didn't have a great answer to that. So yeah, I think that works out basically perfect for M1. Yeah. So, last thing we have is the commish picks. So, first up, we've got Jim against Dylan. This is an interesting match because they already fought once.
Did you call them the commish picks?
I've always called it the commish picks.
I didn't even realize.
I know neither of us are technically commissioners, but the commish picks just rolls off the tongue, and the spirit is there.
Right.
I think Dylan's only... Well, okay, he's got 2 new mons that he didn't have last time against Jim. He's got Zoroark and Kecleon. And Jim has Mime and... who's this guy? Krogunk. Not Toxicroak. I made the mistake again.
Calling it now. He's going to run Magnet Pull Body Press on... I can't get the word.
Oh, Magnezone?
Magnezone, yes.
Oh, okay. So you think he's gonna... I don't think that's gonna beat Heatran, though.
But it'll trap both Heatran and Fortress. And if he has an... I don't know. That's...
Well, I don't know. Fortress can always Volt Switch out, and Magnezone I don't really think wants to hang with Heatran.
It doesn't, but... I want to see that calc. I want to know how much damage that Body Press does. If he's invested,
I would say
or
like
if
60.
Like he's scarfed maybe as his item.
I would say a Body Press is going to do like 60 to Heatran. Heatran has big defenses.
60 is still good though. That definitely puts it in a not having a good time range.
Yeah, fair.
Magnezone does really good against Jim's team.
Yeah, like if he can predict who's the horse? I forget the horse's name. Mudsdale. If he can predict Mudsdale coming in and gets off a cheeky Flash Cannon, like that can potentially just 2-tap Mudsdale.
Yeah, or at least again put it in a situation where something else can come in and just stop it.
Right.
Like Tangrowth, for instance.
Yeah, Jim's steel switchings are Fortress and Heatran. Ooh.
This is gonna be a really good game. Shit.
Yeah. Wow.
Toxicroak is gonna do some work for Jim. This might be the game he picked it up for.
Oh, you know what? I think you're right, because you have the priority to potentially reveal and or kill Zoroark and beat like a setup Heatran, or not Heatran, Tyrantrum.
Right. Archeops as well, also going to do some nasty things this game.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Archeops. Ooh. Mudsdale does really, really well too. Like not a lot.
And Heatran,
yeah. I think I'm gonna give it to Jim.
I'm gonna have to agree with you here.
Jim's team is so strong.
I've been saying it all season. I think I've actually consistently picked Jim every week because his team is just disgusting.
Yeah, and Jim even has one of the best switch-ins to Medi in the game in Spiritomb.
Yeah, and Banded Poltergeist, not a lot. I mean, except for Kecleon on the original wants to come in. Like, those Will-O-Wisps can cripple a lot of things on Dylan's team, although Emboar, I don't know. I just think Jim has a really scary team. I'm picking Jim.
Yeah, I'm also going to pick Jim. Like, you can potentially just Pursuit Trap almost anything on Dylan's team. Not necessarily really trap, but if you bring in... Okay, say you just bring in Spiritomb on Medicham, you just hit Pursuit when it leaves. Because you're threatening a Willow there at the very least. And
at the very least, you're right.
I don't think Dylan is going to roll that die. Especially when I don't think an Ice Punch would kill. Yeah, I think Jim's got a really good matchup. So, what could Dylan do in response to that huge disgusting defense core of like Spear, Tom, Fortress, Mudsdale.
I think Jim easily has this game.
Yeah.
Dylan's a threat, but his team, I think, is just much better.
Yeah, I think Dylan's best bet is like slamming Scalds or something, but even then, I don't. That's not quite convincing for me that that's gonna get over all of Jim's threats. So yeah, we'll both pick Jim. Next match. Also, I'm gonna try to run through these kind of quick because we spent a lot of time talking about the matches.
We had to cover 9 of them.
We did. We got Kyle against James. Now, did James win the first time that they fought, or did Kyle?
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Looking at the matchup now, I still think Kyle is the better matchup.
I don't think Chestnut does a ton here against James, just because with Celesteela being picked up and potentially a G-Slow King coming in every time. Yeah, like, or even just regular ass Azumarill to throw out a play rough.
I think the Sap Sipper one. I mean, you're right, regular Azumarill, but his ability should be Sap Sipper. I don't think it should be huge power, because I think the play rough in general is going to threaten out Chestnut, and then the Sap Sipper just shuts it down.
Yeah, the Sap Sipper stops like any and all counterplay if it was potentially like a Roselli Berry on Chestnut.
But like Zapdos, going to have a good game.
Ooh, Zapdos has an insanely good matchup.
PZ, going to have a good game.
Oh, that's right, he got rid of the ghost type. Ooh, PZ actually is going to do some nasty things to James, I think.
If T-Tar gets a dance, maybe 2, probably going to have a decent game.
Right, because Coco's the only thing faster than +1 T-Tar. And if Sand is up, T-Tar's eating that D-Gleam easy.
Easy. Easy.
I think I like Kyle's team a lot against James. I'm going to give it to Kyle.
Even a basic banded liquidation from Basculin, not much on that team is eating 2 of those. Azumarill. Mm-hmm. But, like, besides that, that's chip that he is not going to enjoy taking. I'm picking Kyle.
Yeah. What does switch into those adaptability liquidations? Like, Fizdef type Null? Maybe?
Kyle has a lot of what are you just going to do right now?
Yeah, Kyle's got the matchup where he can just hit buttons. It really seems that way.
I mean, on the flip side of that, Galarian Slowking is going to be an issue. T-Tar solves that issue, but Galarian Slowking is still going to be an issue. Because outside of like T-Tar and Doug Trio, and Alakazam, but no, I think Slowbro or Slowking would win that.
Yeah, it definitely does not win against T-Tar, because for
not against T-Tar, yeah.
I do not think it gets Focus Blast, but even then, you don't want that pursuit. So
the only thing that Kyle's gonna have to worry about is T-Tar getting chipped.
Yeah, that'll be huge. Maybe if James doesn't run the AV set, which he really hasn't been running the AV set on Cloaking. If he just calls out T-Tar coming in and Toxics him, that could be good, but then you're still pursuit trapped, so...
Is he going to bring Ninetales, you think, just to get the weather out over T-Tar?
I think so. Because you get to hit Solar Beam against T-Tar in that case.
I don't know. Like that. Maybe. I mean, Ninetales can hit a lot of things on that team.
Yeah, actually, Ninetales kind of seems like the win con for James.
Like a Fire Blast or a Solar Beam hits a lot on that team, really.
It really does. And you can even run Weather Ball, not even risk the miss.
Yeah, and like if you have a plot up...
Yeah, Ninetales doesn't really hang out with a lot of stuff. Its big advantage is that it gets to go first a lot. And then with the Sun Up, that even nerfs Basculin, so an Aqua Jet might not kill.
Right. Ninetales, I think, will come in handy for James. I still think Kyle's going to...
Yeah, I think Kyle still has a much better matchup. Oh, something else to note is that it'll be awkward to hit a Solar Beam on Ninetales if T-Tar is still alive, because if T-Tar comes in on you...
In its weakness policy?
No. If T-Tar comes in, it sets sand before you get Solar Beam, so you start charging Solar Beam, so you're trapped.
Right, yeah, you're trapped.
So we were thinking like Sun takes down sand. No. T-Tar is the one that counters Ninetales.
It depends on the order.
Yeah, it depends on the order for sure.
Because, like, if T-Tar's in... No, I still don't want to send Ninetales into that.
Yeah.
I still don't want to send Ninetales into that. At least on a Switch. Maybe on a something died.
Yeah, that would be just about it. If something died and then... Okay, you switch in something to take your Solar Beam, like maybe Chestnut, and then you bring T-Tar back in, and now Sand is up, and... Yeah.
Right.
Ninetales is trapped. Yeah. So sounds like we're both giving it to Kyle.
Right.
Next matchup, we have Jack and Sheej, the PCLL match. Jack's team looks really good against Sheej, because Rillaboom is going to beat Excadrill, and it's going to beat Seismitoad, and Mega Pidgeot, let's be honest, really doesn't want a Grassy Glide, even though it's resisted.
If it lives...
I'm sure it lives 1.
That Hurricane gonna hurt.
Yeah, I'm sure it lives 1, but it's not a switch into Rillaboom.
No, but it is a... It's... I don't know. I think... It's gonna be a good game, is what I think. Shit. I think both these teams go up against each other really good.
Yeah, I don't
like,
see...
Rotom Heat is such a good stop for Mawile, I think. And
Yeah,
even Rillaboom. Like, the threat of just Willows coming off Rotom Heat, I mean, that's why he also has, I expect Guts Heracross. But even Guts Heracross doesn't want to be there in case it's an overheat.
Yeah, and Rotom's faster than Heracross, too.
And does... I mean, the Focus Punch will hit Ferroseed, but, like...
Well, Mawile gets Fire Fang.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, that's a very awkward calc because you got a lot of multipliers competing. You got huge power on Mawile, and then you got the Eviolite with the big def on Ferroseed. It probably barely lives 1, if I had to take a guess.
And like, I don't know. I don't think Jack has the much better team. I think both these teams go up against each other.
Well, I mean, if Mawile gets off a sub or a Swords Dance, those sucker punches are
gonna hurt. But
they're gonna
like,
annihilate his team.
Look at Screens, the Pokemon right over there. That's really mean to say about Grimmsnarl, but still, like, Prankster Screens is real. I don't know. This is... Anybody with Mawile is the, if I get Mawile going, you lose. I don't think that Mawile makes his team specific better.
Well, Jack does have, like, 3 really strong defoggers, so I don't know if Screens are going to play that much of a role. They could actually end up hurting Sheej if he spends too many turns setting up screens.
Like a waste of a turn, right? Yeah.
You know who looks really good?
Got this. Who?
Moltres, I think, looks really good against Sheej's team. Because
Seismitoad doesn't want to keep taking the chip.
Yeah. And Seismitoad is just a free U-turn every time as far as I'm concerned. Rotom
Heat is he's got a lot of work to do this game.
Yeah. Rotom Heat, he's gonna have to carry Sheej, I think.
Because like he pretty much has to use Rotom to kill Suicune. He needs to use Rotom to possibly counter Mawile. To be able to... Oh god. Rotom... Uh-oh.
Yeah, Rotom seems a bit overloaded.
Pidgeot gets the fire move. The Heat Wave is at least gonna... Like, Mawile isn't large. I think it falls the Heat Wave.
Mawile's pretty large.
Is it?
Yeah, it's got like 125 defense and like, I want to say 95 Spit F.
Jesus Christ, never mind.
I could be wrong on the Spit F, but I know it has a very good defense stat.
Damn, okay. Okay.
I'm looking this up right now. No, I was right. I got both the numbers right.
I'm staying strong. I think Sheej can do this.
I think Jack is going to win. I'm going to give it to Jack. All right, next match. Lebo against LCD. So, we're starting off the Conference Cup matches. Those first 3 matches were interdivision, well, inside division matches. I don't know how right with that. Whatever. Conference Cup now. LCD Lebo. So, Lebo's defensive core of Florges and Jellicent sort of gets walled by Skull Tank, or sort of gets owned by Skun Tank.
I don't like Florges at all. I think it's a very not good Pokemon. This is a very weird thing for me because, like, I want Lebo to win so I can possibly get a good draft. But I want Lebo to lose because my division's 3 and 3.
You're a bit conflicted, it sounds like.
Big conflicted. I think Lebo's team looks really good against LCD. Specifically Mamo. Holy shit, does Mamo just hit things on this team?
Yeah. Yeah, Mamo. Although Rotom Wash just hard stops Mamo, doesn't it?
Okay, yeah? What's his answer to Rotom Wash?
That's a great question. Because...
Dry Skin Heliolisk?
Yeah. Yes, that's about it. Like, Water Absorb Jellicent is great too, but Jellicent doesn't want the follow-up
it doesn't want those
T-Bolts.
electric shoes.
Yeah.
Tangela.
Tangela.
No. Tangela, yeah, Tangela.
Yeah, Tangela actually looks pretty good. Honestly, if I was Lebo, I would not even bring Florges, because I don't think the Wish Passing is going to do too much against LCD. I would just try to keep the tanks healthy and somehow get rid of Skun Tank.
If I was PFL, I'd never draft Florges. Terrible Pokemon. Wasted the slot.
I mean, Florges is good, but it's extremely passive, even for a Wish Passer.
Damn, Rotom is gonna do some things in this game. Like, just like I'm saying Mamo is, fuck, that Rotom's a problem.
Yeah, and Rotom does kind of solve pretty much all the threats, I think, on Lebo's team.
Scizor can hit some cheeky U-turns to get a disgusting amount of chip off if it wanted to. Because while Rotom's gonna... It could, but now we're running into the Rotom can't do everything.
So, if I was thinking about how LCD would build the Rotom, I would think, like, Pump, Full Switch, Toxic, Pain Split would just... Seems like it annihilates Lebo's team, to be quite honest.
Yeah. Well, has a no... Maybe like an Assault Vest, Circle Throw to just spin it through some hazards to get it to where Mamo can finish it off?
Yeah, potentially. Although, what's Mamo really hitting Rotom with, like, superpower?
You might even be better off hitting the Icicle Crash there, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a tough call.
I'd like to see what the Dark Pulse from Houndoom does. I know that's risk, but I'm interested. Nihilego with the cheeky Grass Knot too, or even like the Power or Meteor Beam, or if Nihilego is actually up in special attack already.
Yeah, I don't remember, but I don't think Grass Knot has a very high base power against Rotom.
Oh, that would be fair. You're right. Rotom's
I think it's
not
like
heavy.
Diancie and Manaphy, where
you're right.
It's like 40 base power. I don't remember though.
Man,
that would be something to calc.
Does Jellicent get Amnesia?
I don't know. Are you thinking he's going to set up Jellicent again?
Dude, I'm really looking like if I was LCD or Lebo, like I know that you can lose games by focusing on one mon, but like, I mean, if he can get Salamence in there too, I bet Rotom doesn't want to take some outrages. Yeah, you're worried about the Willow, but like, Rotom's not going to be at full health all the time. Eventually, it's going to be chipped.
Yeah, Rotom can't do everything, like we were saying.
And like maybe even like a Z Dragon too. Mance is the Z Captain.
Oh yeah, there's no chance in hell that Rotom survives like a +1 devastating Drake.
Right. I do think if Lebo gets around LCD, Rotom Wash, I think he can win this game easily. I think Mamo almost 100% wins him the game alone.
Yeah, because not much is like eating these ice shards.
Like, ice shards, icicle crashes, earthquakes. He's just hitting everything.
Mega Altaria, if it gets a D-Dance off, is going to be faster than Lebo's whole squad. And I can't imagine an ice shard does like over half to Mega Altaria, because Mega Altaria is big.
That's true.
It's going to be I think it's going to be who actually sets up first.
Right. I expect the Fire Berry to come on Scizor again, because Scizor will stop Mega Altaria.
Yeah, that's very true. Double bullet punch.
And so will Nihilego. Nihilego has the special defense to just... I mean, unless it gets... Because everybody gets Earthquake, so if it's like a Dragon Dance Earthquake Altaria.
Yeah, D-Dance, EQ, like either Facade Return, Fire Blast. Right?
It would kind of get walled by Jellicent. Jellicent would be able to Strength Sap it a little bit, or run the possible Haze.
That's true.
I'm picking Lebo.
Man, this is tough. I think if Lebo can manage to stop LCD from setting up early, he definitely has the better team, because I don't really see him beating the Sustain, because really all LCD has for Sustain is like Wish, Jirachi. Okay, sure, Kangaskhan and Clefairy can Wish, but they're not that reliable, I don't think.
The only mons that I'm really worried about LCD setting up with, if I was Lebo, was Mega Altaria.
Yeah.
That's
it pretty much is just Mega Altaria, yeah.
Because, like, cool, Superior started doing things, and in comes Scizor. Like,
yeah, this is going to be a really good match to watch. Maybe like Cosmic Power Jirachi.
I think if LCD is going to win, he has to do it quick.
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm going to give it to LCD. I think LCD will figure out some creative way to stop Mamo.
I mean, I win either way here, so.
You did say Lebo, right?
I did. But I mean, if LCD wins, then that just means that Lebo is farther down in the division than you.
That's true. You're picking your boy. Can't fault you for that.
Right.
Next match, we got Bick against Dan. Wait, how do we get Mike in here? What happened?
I'm not against Dan.
There we go. Bick against Dan. I clicked the wrong image in OBS. Bick against Dan. Okay. So I know I've said it before, but Bick's biggest problem with his team is Sustain. Other than that, it's a very, very deadly team.
I think Cinderace and Zeraora are going to pick Dan apart.
Okay.
Just and Mega Glittily. I think they're just going to pick Dan apart. I'm still going to pick Dan because.
Oh, really?
Okay, so I can't afford for Bick to win a game. I do not think that I am Poke capable enough to beat Bick again. I beat him once in playoffs, and I don't think it'll happen again. So Dan, I'm picking you.
Okay, so I mean, Cinderace and Zeraora do great, but I don't think they'll be able to necessarily like one-shot Victini, for example. And if Victini just gets to slam a V-Create on Cinderace after if it has hit a Sucker Punch, or Zeraora after hit like Plasma Fist or something, I think that would just eliminate one of them. Now
that's a good point.
I don't know if Victini, with 0-0 investment for defenses, would actually live the Sucker Punch. I'm tempted to say it would barely.
So, with Registeel, Venusaur specifically, they don't want to deal with Cinderace and Zeraora.
Yeah, for sure. I was just saying in terms of like getting off to a quick start. If like let's say it's turn 1.
Thick Fat Miltank here for Victini.
Oh, that's true.
Thick Fat Miltank with like a wave, and Victini is now not as fast, and Miltank is faster and could seismic toss.
When I fought Dan the second time, T-Wave was a big thing that I thought was going to help me win, merely because he has the glare spam on Drotican, and it's like you fight fire with fire. Like you
Right.
you paralyze me, I gotta paralyze you.
And like that Diancie gets magic rounds, right? Or is that Mega
No,
Diancie?
that's not Mega. That's
Mega
regular
Diancie's the
old
one that gets
Diancie.
magic. Still, I think Diancie is gonna do some good things in this game too.
Vangi's bringing up a good point that Barbaracle, if it gets a Shell Smash off, does kind of murder Bic.
Barbaracle, if it gets a Shell Smash off. What about Decidueye?
Decidueye has... Well, I mean, okay, Barbaracle gets Poison Jab. Well, it's neutral. It also gets Aerial Ace. Both Tough Claw boosted.
So it gets a coverage move is what you're telling me.
Yeah. The only, After that, the only priority to really worry about is... Ooh, actually, hold on. The counter to Barbaracle is the normal gem Fake Out Hitmonlee set.
Oh yeah, okay.
Think about it, because then it gets the Unburden proc.
Well, he's also relying a lot on Stone Edges, isn't he? Or Stone Edges movie doesn't have anything. Could he just get by with bringing Liquidation?
You can... Liquidation hits, like... Yeah, basically everything. I don't think you would... you might have to run it for... who's the stupid bird?
Oh, Volibee.
Yeah, Volibee, not Mandibuzz.
It's like a foul play, yeah.
Yeah, that foul play definitely would hurt.
Yeah.
So I think you would have to run Stone Edge. Only for Volibee.
I'm picking Dan.
This is tough. I think Dan might be able to just wear Bic down because Bic doesn't.
I mean, we watched Lebo do it, and Lebo has a much less tanky team than Dan.
Yeah,
Lebo, I feel like their first meetup with Bic just ran full bulky team, honestly, and Bic just couldn't break it and ended up dying in the return hit.
Yeah, and actually something very similar happened in Bic's game this week against M1, where M1 just sort of was way ahead of him in pivot, and Bic just couldn't really handle getting worn down like that. So
right, like he wasn't able to secure the kill, and he ended up taking damage on the return that he couldn't regen through. Right, yeah, I think Dan has this.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to Dan as well. Also, I have to pick Dan morally because he's in my division, and I need...
I mean, by your logic, I should pick Bic, so...
Well, you don't have to follow my logic. I'll change it to Bic if you want.
No.
All right, fine. It's on the record that you have betrayed your Conference Cup. Your division.
Hell yeah.
Next game. Next game, it actually is yours.
It is.
Your game against Dave.
Picking myself.
Yeah. On paper, I think your team does real well. The counterpoint to that, though, is Absol kind of does some nasty stuff to you.
Mega Absol, bit scary, but I'm not that worried.
Yeah. Okay. You got Mach Punch. On Hitmonchan. Mandibuzz is just naturally tanky. It'll eat that Play Rough, I'm sure. Granbull can switch in for Intim. Yeah, you got some answers to Absol.
It's gonna be a hard game, but I'm picking myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Dave because Division Bros.
Hey.
So, honestly, Metagross does not actually look too great this match, to be quite honest.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know.
All right. Well, I'm sure you don't want to talk too much about your game.
I do not.
I won't. I won't poke and pry much longer. You pick yourself. I pick Dave.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Next match. Got M1 against Hunter. So, what does... You know what? M1's team is so much faster than Hunter's. What the heck?
And where M1 is faster is where it matters. His offense will shred Hunter's defense.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Holy cow.
Buzzwole does not want to fuck around with Salazzle, with Taken Chip from Mindshell, with...
It doesn't even want a T-Bolt or a Flamethrower from
from Torn, Mega Manectric, like... Geraldine doesn't want to hang out there. Grookey does not want... Yeah, M1.
Yeah, I'm going M1 too.
Like easily M1. The only thing, even Salazzle's gonna do things. I'd run an offensive Salazzle this week. This is not the week for the Toxic Stall Salazzle. This is the week, in my opinion, for Salazzle to hit buttons, because isn't its special attack pretty good?
I think it's like 120.
It's over 100.
Lower. Yeah,
it's over 100.
It's good enough.
It.
Like,
you're good.
The only thing that is really threatening out like a Scarf Salazzle is the Excel Rock, right?
So then don't run Scarf.
Yeah, but okay, but look, he's got so many switches into Excel Rock. He's got Steelix, Quad Resist. Umbreon will just laugh in the face of a
he
Rock.
has to worry about the superpower.
About the super what?
Superpower, I think, from Excel Rock Boy.
It gets CC.
Okay. So the fighting move.
Yeah, but
I
mean, non-stab. It doesn't have. It's not the Tough Claws variant. I think Steelix.
Flip side, I like Incineroar in this game.
Yeah. You counter the Intim with an Intim yourself. Incin is about the only switching.
A lot.
Yeah, parting shotting a lot. Incin and Snorlax are really the only switch-ins to Salazzle, and
right.
Incin does not like Chip.
And you know what? That's depending on if he's trying to hit Sludge Wave or not.
Right.
I'm picking M1 here. I really like M1's matchup.
I also am picking M1. M1 has... Look, he had a good matchup against
Body
Bick
Press on Steelix hits so much shit.
It really does.
Damn.
Yeah, Steelix kind of goes in. Like, also, the only
Bro,
rules...
a Sulfest Steelix.
Hey,
you run Steel Move, Body Press, Earthquake, and another move for coverage, maybe.
Mm-hmm. I would say I don't think this is the week for that, just because Steelix is literally his only rocker.
Yeah, but like, it stops Feeny from threatening it too.
Well, you mean Lele?
Yes.
Yeah, you live the Focus Blast from Lele, and then you just...
Delete.
Honestly, even slam Steel Roller. I mean, that's probably a bit too cute, just because, you know...
And like Mr. Mime there? Or is that Mr. Rhyme?
That's Mr. Rhyme.
Okay, so Mr. Rhyme there, like, yeah, dude. Dude, an Assaultfest Steelix would be Mimi as shit.
Yeah, on the other hand, you can potentially just wish up Steelix like 30 times from Umbreon.
That's true, too. That's true. And you can put the Assault Vest on Serena if you decide to bring it.
That's true.
Although also, I don't know how well Serena does in this game.
I think Serena does... Yeah, it doesn't do great, honestly. It might be good to like catch a knockoff on a switch. That's about it though. Yeah, Serena's not looking too great.
Nope.
However, what's looking real great is Tornin, Mega Man Electric, and Salazzle.
Yeah, just Bick's team. Chef's kiss against this team. I think M1 really looked at his upcoming matches and just made some trades and pickups that really were necessary.
Yeah, I completely agree. Also, even Duskmore looks pretty good here. Yeah, because I think it gets Brick Break for Snorlax, and it also gets like Power Up Punch and Poltergeist. If Snorlax is off the field, Poltergeist is gonna rip through Hunter, because you know Sin doesn't switch in forever.
Yeah. I really just think M1 has everything he needs to win this game. He just has to hit the right buttons.
Right. He needs to play like he played against Bick, and then
yeah.
Then he'll have it pretty handily. Next match, myself against Manny. All right. I mean, the big question is always, how do you get around Sun Venusaur? I got some stuff for Sun Venusaur, I think.
Calm Mind Mega Sableye.
It can happen.
I've been waiting for you to run the offensive Mega Sableye since you drafted it. You have run so many defensive ones, bro. I ran
Power Up Punch against Dan. You can't be too mad at that.
Fuck off. First of all, I get Power Up Punch, dude. The Calm Mind kid is so dirty.
I'll think about it. I just don't know because
look at what it does for you in this game. If he runs Special Kirim, gone. Torkoal, cool. Fuck you and your lava plumes. Venusaur, fuck you and the moves you hit. Alcremie, you probably don't want to be there.
Yeah, I mean, Alcremie and Mimikyu kind of put a damper in that because I would need to already be. I would have to be not Mega, right, in order to get the Willow off on Mimikyu.
I'm also interested in how many D-dances with Flygon you'd need to be faster than Venusaur.
2.
Are they both the same speed?
No. Flygon is 100 and Venusaur's 80.
Oh, okay, so they're close enough.
Yeah, they're close
Sun
enough.
Venusaur is a bit of a...
Yeah.
Would Scarf Swallow outspeed?
Possibly? Actually...
Vangi with the Bolton might not be bad here.
It won't, no. Swallow will be slower.
Wait, why Bolton? I don't see what Bolton's really gonna...
When did I say Bolton?
Not you. Vangi said Bolton ain't bad here.
Bolton is...
I don't see...
Well, yeah, no, he's right. Bolton is not bad here. Just to sort of spam Volt Switch, I guess. I'll have to run some calcs. I kind of like my other offense that's not Bolton.
Yeah, I wouldn't bring Bolton to this game for the sheer fact of you can't hit anything stab super effective at all.
I can Thunder Fang Mega Slowbro. That's about it.
That's what that Pokemon is. Okay, I'm kind of far away from the screen, and I couldn't figure out what that other Mon Manus had was. Okay, Mega Slowbro, but like this boy's defense is so big.
I'll see. I'll run some calcs. I'll get in the lab.
What about Hydration Manaphy again?
I mean, Hydration is the only ability it gets.
Yes, but I mean like hitting Rain Dance.
That's hilarious.
I mean...
Although it potentially is just kind of setup bait for Mega Slowbro. And then we get into the awkward Calm Mind War, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. But then you have Gonna Work left in the background.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, I'm
picking myself, obviously. Who are you picking?
I'm thinking, because Mimikyu does some things to you outside. Like, the things that you don't lose with Sun Venusaur, you lose to Mimikyu.
Yeah.
I'm pick Manny.
Okay, you're picking Manny. I'm picking myself. All right, next match. Got Nigeria against Vangi. The last Conference Cup match to cover this week.
This is going to be a good goddamn game.
Yeah, it really is. I obviously have to pick Nigeria because, you know, we're the same division, Breloom boys. So, I mean, the question, as it always is how do you get around his extremely strong tank core of Gliscor and Empoleon? Weavile does all right. However, knockoff
gets low kick.
Yeah, knockoff and low kick. Low kick certainly is not going to one tap Empoleon, and then you die to the flash cannon. Although Weavile looks extremely good here. Holy cow!
A band on Passimissian, just wearing you down over time. You don't want to keep taking those possible banded ice punches, possible banded close combats.
Okay. I don't think I would run Band on Passimian this week, just because...
I don't think you break the 50% on Gliscor if he runs full, but I could be 100% wrong about that. I've never had Pass before, so I don't know.
Yeah, the thing is Gliscor is faster.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Gliscor is 95 speed.
I thought Pass was also fast. Okay.
Pass is 80.
Shit.
I think Gliscor can just roost in the face of Passimian over and over again, and it really doesn't want to be locked against Nigeria's team.
You know, this is really unfair to say, but Dragon Dance Megazord X solved those two boys.
Yeah. Well, does it though? Zard does not get Ice Punch.
Gliscor might live that flip.
No, Gliscor is so big though, especially with the 12% every turn from Poison Heal.
Yeah, it probably lives that Flare Blitz and then counters and kills with the Earthquake.
Yeah, I think so.
Spheeny to hit Gligger really or Gliscor really hard.
Yeah, not even specs, honestly. Just slamming a Surf probably does enough. But
yeah,
then you have the issue of Empoleon is just the easy answer every time. Although, if you just call it out with the Nature's Madness,
recover.
Yeah, exactly. If you call that out with the Nature's Madness, that can super cripple Empoleon and get it into like 2-tap range of something it would normally check, like Weavile.
Well, what's Empoleon gonna do? It comes in and then like cool, maybe it hits rocks and you have rocks, but like what if you are maybe like a Calm Mind set and now it's literally free Calm Mind for you?
Yeah, that could be an issue if it's just setup bait. And Feeny has the terrain, so you can't even Toxic it.
Yo, setup Comfey would be memey as shit here.
I mean, is it really memey if it's just very good?
It would do really good here.
It can't really touch Pharaoh.
Oh yeah, no fire move. But I mean, yeah.
And on top of that, like Draining Kiss is neutral to Zards, so you're probably not finishing it off. Good against Weavile though.
I think Raikou's gonna have a hard time in this game.
I think well, okay, if you don't bring Raikou, then what is your counter to Feeny? Because I think Raikou actually does
Greninja gets poison move.
Oh yeah, that's true, fair.
And I mean, Comfey doing grass move.
Yeah, Comfey can just slam Giga Drain. I think honestly you do kind of have to bring Comfey here because one, it'll check Lantern, and it definitely checks Weavile, because otherwise Weavile is kind of a problem.
But you're right, Pharaoh comes in 100% of the time.
Yeah, so this is gonna be a good game. I have to go Nigeria though because Braylon boys.
This is another hard one where I'm having a hard time getting here. Shit.
Hurry up, we gotta finish under 2 hours. Chop chop, Mike.
I'll pick Vangi.
All right. I pick Nigeria. Ninja. No Nigeria. You pick Vangi. Now, last match, non-conference cup match. You got Tristan against Mitch rematch. Obviously Tristan, right?
Oh, I think Mario can beat Tristan, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to pick Tristan. His bulky team is just bulky as bulk.
Yeah.
Wasn't Mitch the one who just lost to Banded to Bulu, whatever?
He lost to Banded Bulu, and this was after we were talking about how Arctozolt just messes Tristan's team up phenomenally.
It really does, though. Like, how bad is Mitch that he lost that game when just Arctozolt has free range to hit buttons? You send in Ninetales turn 1, you let it die, or you run like the cheeky eject pack so it leaves when it gets hit, and then you go right into Arctozolt and you go, what fucking takes this move?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
What takes this?
But hey, we'll see what answers he comes up with for Bulu.
I'm picking Tristan.
Obviously picking Tristan. How can we pick Mitch? Mitch has only won one of his games this season. The others have been off the backs of Mario, correct?
100%. To the point where Mario literally we cut the middleman out this week.
Yeah, we were just calling him Mario this.
Well, Mario battled for him.
That's true. Mario did literally battle.
We literally cut the middleman out, and Mario just piloted the team.
Well, yeah. So, what does, outside of Banded Bulu, how does Tristan out-pivot Mitch with,
how does Tristan
A-Veil? Well, let's say it's not Mitch. Let's just say it's random other person in the league piloting this team. I feel like most other people, we would just pick the Hail team.
I mean, he's got Volt Switch, he's got U-Turn, he's got Volt Switch, he's got another U-Turn.
Yeah, he does actually have really good pivot. I don't know if Zerk gets Volt Switch, to be honest.
Oh, that was one of the Volt Switches.
Yeah, no, I know Magneton does, but it might be one of those weird things where Zerk doesn't. Like how Kartana doesn't get Iron Head. One of those weird things. It might be. I don't know. Beast Boost Mons are weird.
Tristan.
Yeah, Tristan. Although I think a Scarf Lycanroc could do really well here, because I think it's faster than Gyarados normally. I should know this. I had that Mon last season.
And Bulu then comes in.
Yeah, true.
And what takes this Woodhammer?
Yeah, the only real switch-ins Tristan has for Woodhammer. Copperajah, he doesn't want the follow-up superpower. Gligar probably doesn't want 2 in terrain. Laddie probably doesn't want 2, even though it's resisted, because Tiny Fizz Def.
Bulu, you know really what Mitch should probably bring this week?
What?
Sticky webs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe.
Unlike 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, unlike I think last week he brought sticky webs against, or yeah, no, it was 2 weeks ago. Sheej.
Yeah,
he brought sticky webs against Sheej, who had 4 Mons that don't touch the ground, and the other 2 were like slow tanks.
And you know what? That's cool. Like, you don't expect all 4 of them to come, but when you see all 4 of them, you don't hit sticky webs.
Yeah, maybe don't hit sticky webs when that's the case.
But yeah, no. This week it might actually help him. But besides that, Tristan's probably just gonna smoke him because Mitch is a helmet.
Well, you have it. You've heard it here first. Tristan's gonna smoke Mitch, and if we're wrong, we're not gonna be wrong.
Okay. Yeah, who cares? Mitch will lose when it's a best 2 out of 3 situation.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Has Mitch ever won a 2 out of 3 playoffs?
Yeah, he made it.
Oh, that's right.
Finals.
He made the finals. Yeah.
Because that was the RNG just full carrying him, and then he made the finals and
that was actually
annihilated.
The season. Yeah, because I remember because it was me missing a Zen headbutt, which caused me to lose.
Yep.
And that was when round 1 was a best of 1, and then mysteriously the season after, the entire playoffs was best 2 out of 3. Weird how that works.
It's almost like we don't want somebody like Mitch making it the playoffs based purely on RNG.
Yeah. Well, that just about does it for us. We talked about all the matches coming up this week. We talked about 9 of the 10 matches.
Damn.
We really did. So there's only one more thing left to ask. A question. Posed to you, the co-host Mike, as well as possibly even a thought experiment to the viewers at home. Is this week 8, the most important week of the season?
Easily. This might be the closest season the PFL has had with how many 3-3s and 4-2s there are. Every single person, minus maybe 2, are fighting for a playoff spot. Those 2 people are playing Runer. They can literally they decide the fate of the league. It's not the people who are 3-3 that decide the fate in the league right now. It's the people who are no longer in playoffs who can just literally wrench in gears. Easily the most important week of the season.
Absolutely. Easily the most important week of the season. And hey, even me, the top wildcard spot right now, I'm not even safe getting into playoffs. I think the only person who literally is 100% safe is Nigeria, who is 5-1 plus 23. So literally the worst Nigeria can do right now is 5-4 plus 23. That 100% is getting into the playoffs. But for everybody else, your season's on the line this week.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And on that note, good night, everybody.